Hi, Abby. There is war, there is natural disasters, there is threats from one country to another, there is inflation, there is so much of chaos and uncertainty. You just don't know what to do or what's the next step you should take.
Absolutely. And I'm glad we took a break doing Rise Within because now it is all about finding calm amidst all this, amidst
Yeah.
all the chaos, not escaping it,
Right.
being mindful, yet trying to put our best pair of shoes on and
Yeah.
keep going.
Yes. And a major contributor to all this chaos is all this information overload, which is all fear based. Like it's so similar to what we went through the COVID time, where there was
Right.
all this broadcasting and propaganda and the media, the news, the social media. It has just got exponentially higher than maybe the COVID time. So much of with AI coming into the picture. So there a lot of uncertainty is also because of we don't know what is true, what is not. If you're seeing a video, if you're seeing a picture, even if you're seeing a news clip, or even people talking out, even if people with positions talking, there's just no way that we can figure out whether it's true or not. There's so much of misinformation out there. And what happens is that it builds in that so much of uncertainty. And it's at all different levels, right? From people's everyday food and inflation and gas, or whether it's a larger level, whether it's cyber, whether it's the world geopolitical, what's going to happen next. So it is like a multi-crisis, a poly-crisis kind of situation. At different levels, we are being hit from there. And important is to understand this. Look at it. Like I would say, first thing is look at it and accept that there is uncertainty. All right. We are always looking, there is no, we look at certainty as safety.
Yes.
All right. Which is
Okay.
not true.
Right.
Uncertainty is actually the core and the basis of our own life and living, of our existence. Today, even if say nothing was there, everything was good, you will never know where you will fall or what will fall on you, even anyways, whether it's a mishap falling on right. So if
Absolutely.
things will happen. So it's just about being in awareness and acceptance of what's going on.
Yes, in fact, awareness turns chaos into information. Yeah. Once we name the problem that we're overthinking or thinking about, what starts happening is in our body, our mind, our world, we choose how we respond to reacting to these circumstances automatically. So
Yeah.
let's look at, if we take a step behind and if we look at COVID, we had a concern over health. Our focus was health. But now, this time around, it is a poly crisis. But for each individual, if we segment what we are really worried about and pinpoint and get the awareness, automatically we choose to respond accordingly. So
Yeah.
when COVID came in, we chose to take the vaccines and follow certain restrictions, right? At this point of time, we also, in terms, there are multiple facets of this crisis, including natural disasters, right? So the awareness at this point of time is important for us. Like the crisis is multidimensional, our awareness has to be multidimensional as well, right?
Yes. And you know what? There is a very small, thin line between information and misinformation, the information
Yeah,
overload that we
true.
have. It's a very thin line. So it's a very important first thing to have boundaries. All right.
Yes.
We are not talking about, okay, you shut down everything, don't listen to the news, or be in denial of the situation.
Yeah.
Except that there is this situation across the globe, right from the Cuba to Venezuela to the African continent to Pakistan, Afghanistan, and across the globe. And what happens even for the countries which are not directly affected by wars or the natural disasters? All right, they are economically being affected, right? Whether it's inflation, the scarcity of petroleum and gas, it's there's so much,
Yes.
and how all of this affects their daily routine, their jobs, and everything. So even if say there is someone sitting in a country that is far off from all of this, but they're still being affected. So
Yes.
and more so with the information, this brings in so much of
Right.
fear. So it's important to have those boundaries. Be very
Absolutely.
mindful of what you are watching and how much you are watching. It's easy to
Yeah.
scroll and go on, and then it just gets overloaded. I remember the first year all this was happening with the attacks in Iran and all that, and I got so involved. Towards like this, I couldn't sleep, and I was feeling so disturbed. And I like, okay, I need to stop this. So I only follow certain channels which are giving information and are not doing the
Not the
the
propaganda,
drama,
right?
not the
Yeah.
propaganda, not the
Yeah.
drama, not the fear mongering, and just limit to the headlines of the news, whatever I don't need to get. And
Yeah.
many times, what happens is also have the boundaries on what is concerning you and what is not concerning.
Yeah.
All right,
True.
it's important because there's so much of information. We are taking all of that, and all of that, our body is not used to so
Yeah.
much coming together as such. So it's important to have those boundaries also. If there is something like there's a natural disaster, I can understand. Say there's a storm happening. Is it affecting me now today? It's not. Okay. The moment I choose what it is affecting me or not, I can reduce the stress that I am, I make my body takes it. Okay. There's a storm out there. Currently it's not affecting. All right. You keep that boundaries very clear as far as the information and the social media is concerned.
Yeah. And it is still the age where you can pick up the phone and talk to people one on one. And then for me, my extended family is been in the UAE for many years now, right? I've literally lived 20 years there. And it was a state of panic. But to be honest, the first thing that I did when everything broke, the news broke and stuff like that, pick up the phone, talk to the person. That's the easiest way instead of making stories in your head or instead of creating panic and situations in your head, pick up the phone, talk to the person, and see if everything is fine with them. Because to be honest, our real concern is being in the moment. And we can just be helpful, mindful, responsible only for a few people, not for everybody else.
Right.
As long as we still maintain our social protocols where we are there for people who need us, we will genuinely, even giving space at this particular point of time is very important
Yeah.
because there is a first time for everything. COVID was the first time for everybody to fall sick together in unison. The same way, I think it is the first time for a lot of people who have seen bombs up close, who've seen explosions up close, who've seen these kind of threats up close. So it is very confusing for them to process. So more than bombarding anybody with information or with it's a
Yeah.
good time to just give people their personal space. And if they need something, they will reach out to you. And if you are
Yeah.
concerned, the least that you can do is just send a message across. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that
that's,
makes so much of a difference because in
yeah,
terms of in times of uncertainties, it is the togetherness when people come
yeah,
together, which makes a lot of difference. It brings it that sense of safety and security that someone is there. At least someone is asking about you or someone is looking out for
yeah,
you. Like I did reach out to people, like as you said, wherever they were across when were
yeah,
affected. At the same time, all right, giving that space, like say, there's anything, we are there. You can always come over here.
yeah,
Don't worry, all right?
exactly.
Or at least if there's nothing that you can do, I'm praying for you everything.
Yeah,
Just hold on. I'm praying for you. That kind of
yeah,
thing. It really helps. It helps psychologically, helps spiritually, helps mentally that people are there praying for this. And I think the least that all of us, irrespective of the religion, whether you believe systems, whether you believe in anything or not, just keep sending a lot of love and blessings to
love
all these
and
places.
yeah,
And each person doing it on their own. One is like you can gather everyone and do it together. But at the same time, if everyone does it, irrespective, with that intention of sending love and blessings to all this, there is, and I have seen this before happening, is that a shift does happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
the collective
So
consciousness, right?
collective consciousness,
It's,
right?
it's
Each one
yes,
doing their bit, each one doing that. One thing is, if one person gets fearful and I talk to another fearful person, you are increasing the fear, you are increasing that energy.
yeah,
Instead, if we can choose, I mean, we are aware, we are not being in denial. We know what is happening, but we can choose now that send love and blessings. Keep sending love and blessings. And if each
yes,
one does that, imagine the multiplier effect that has. And it does shift. The energies do shift. So that's the least that we can do, even if cannot help, even if we are in the far off place which is not being affected. But if we are seeing this, of course, we are
Yeah.
human beings. You feel for people. Just send love and blessings. That's the least that we
Yes.
can do. That is also very important. And being uh coming to the collective, important is giving that space, giving that support, knowing that
Yeah.
you belong. Most important, your safety. Everyone is just concerned about their safety. But if you are, take a deep breath first. Take a few deep breaths. When you listen to this information or when you listen to
Yeah.
something really terrible happened, and when you see those videos of Gaza or Palestine or Iran or Israel or wherever, doesn't matter, or Africa, wherever it is, take a deep breath. Take a few deep breaths, send love and blessings, and then now you can choose. Do you want to continue seeing that? Do you want to shift channels? Do you shut it down? That's
Yeah.
staying, and let's just say staying calm is not just being in denial, like being in it, being under the storm, and still being strong, grounded, and
Yeah.
resilient.
Absolutely. In fact, also grounding that. So when you are really anxious, when that alarm goes on to your phone, just stay present. Or once you're in a safe place, once you're there, ground yourself in a place and just be aware and be thankful that at this present moment, I'm sitting here and I'm safe. And people around me are safe. Because there are a lot of people out there who are taking that hit for you. And we are blessed that we are still living, breathing, eating, all of that. Right. And even that sense of gratitude at that moment, it just helps us to gather composure of that moment.
See, once you have that
It's very,
faith, yep, once you have that knowing and that faith that whatever is happening and however bad it may seem, all right, there's a reason behind it. The creator does, there's nothing that happens without any reason. There's always a reason behind it. We may not know, but having that faith and trust that whatever happens, it will be taken care of. It's not your responsibility. It is not. What we need to take care of is ourselves and our loved ones.
absolutely.
And to choose that, either you're choosing through panic or fear, or you're choosing through consciousness and awareness. So if you're doing through fear and panic, it's more like a reaction. Are you reacting to the situation or are you responding? Today, even in countries where there is no war, there's so much of uncertainty. There's so much of fear. There is so much of chaos, even in their minds. Say probably people staying in Australia or New Zealand, I'm sure they're as disturbed. They are very much disturbed with whatever that
Because,
has happened.
dynamics have changed than these. So let's take India, for example.
Yeah.
So we are not disconnected from the Middle East in any which ways because we literally have at least one person out of five families who are there.
You would know, everyone would know someone or the other over there. Yeah.
The problem is the misinformation. So if you are really concerned and the information is not coming through the right sources, in the peak of panic, I have called people and said, and people have told me, we've been told to stay at home. We're safe. Don't worry. Everything is, yes, it is really scary to see things happen. We've never witnessed this for 25, 30 years that we've lived here. But the way we're being taken care of is serious.
Yeah. It's the same way in terms of there is so much going on the social media. There is this happening, that happening, and doing. And I had plans of going to Dubai, and then I would actually go and speak to people at the ground level. I would also see what's happening. I would see my friends going for a party, or I would see also having a birthday party, and they're going to their restaurants, and they're going to the malls, and all of that. They're putting that on their social media. So it's again, it's very important. The situation is what it is. How you respond to it is where the chaos is. How is the chaos, whether it's a chaos or not? You can, like you're in the water, you can keep banging your head in the fear as if they're going to drown, or you can just float in that, right? So it is your reaction that creates the chaos. The situation is what it is.
Yeah.
How you
The
look
more you
at it.
panic, the more things will ruffle around you.
Yeah,
And
yes,
you are
that's
actually, we are the ones who are creating the chaos with the panic
very
around.
true.
Is it?
Very true.
Yeah.
And you can shift it. It's not about we going and changing the world. It's we changing our state, our internal state. So we do not allow that chaos to, we do not internalize that chaos which is there outside. We see it for what it is, and then we stay within ourselves. As you said about grounding, whenever you feel like that, take a few, just feel your body. The moment you start
Yeah.
feeling your body, you will feel more grounded, more centered, and from that space, you can take any action that you would like to take, whether it is you want to move out of a place or you want to take certain decision for a job or anything, irrespective of what it is. You are able to take a better and more conscious decision compared to a fear based. Oh, this is happening. I need to pack my bags and run. That's one way of
Yeah.
doing it. Okay, this is happening. Where is going? What is my situation? What is best for me? And then I can take it. And there's no right and wrong choice. You may still choose
Absolutely.
to move out or you may still choose to stay. But at the same, important is you making that choice through awareness rather than through fear.
There's a beautiful thing that I learned from you, Danveer, and this was long time back. I remember we were going through during COVID, and I remember we were talking about heaviness, right? That I'm feeling heavy, I'm feeling extremely negative, or and I remember you guiding me and telling me that think of it, any thought that comes through to you, right? Remember to say, just observe that thought and say it out loud that this is not my thought. This comes from a place that I didn't create, and I let it go in peace.
Yeah. So it's like, then who does it belong to? Because we are sponge bombs as humans. We are sponge
Yeah.
bombs. Like we tend to take in all these energies of other people, especially when
Yeah.
we are so connected, as well. We are interconnected energetically. So who does this belong to?
Yeah.
Then you say,
So,
okay, this is
why
not
don't you
mine.
take us through a few more techniques that we can practice in this time just to ground ourselves and release those negative thoughts from our minds? Then we,
Okay. So first, I would suggest is when you get into stress mode, when you're seeing so many things and you're in a panic mode or you're hearing those alarms or whatever, take a box breathing. First, keep yourself safe. You're at home. Or 5 times breathe in. Up to 5 counts, you inhale, hold for 5 counts, exhale for 5 counts, and then again hold for 5 counts. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, and then just a hold, and then again breathe. The moment you do this even for 2 to 3 times, your nervous system calms. Now, once the nervous system is
right.
calm, you can think clearly. All right. There are some techniques and tools that we must like asking the question, what's right in this I'm not getting? So when you see all
Getting
this chaos and all this negative happening, because there's always, it's very easy for our mind to get into a negative spiral. So to get out of the negative
right.
spiral, what's right in this I'm not getting? And just leave that. Question it and just leave it. All right.
Yes.
And when you're feeling very uneasy, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling fearful, who does it belong to? Just this question, because most of it is not us. 98% of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are not us. We are generally picking up other people's stuff. Who does it belong to? And the best thing that you can say, whatever is going on, how does it get better than this?
That's the magic question on how do we get better than that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So with that note
And
and with those techniques, let be in this question of how does it get better, and let allow the universe to make things better for us, and have that faith and trust that it is going to get better.
absolutely. And I just want to remind everybody who's listening out there that all of us are loved, cherished, and wanted. And that's why we're on this planet. And we're social beings. So take care of each other, love each other. And one very important thing that if you look back in the COVID days, the situations were similar. Maybe this time around, it's a little bit worse. But now, when you talk back about COVID, the good things come out, where the amount of time you got to spend with your family because of those lockdowns, because of the time and that experience sharing, that bond that suddenly got created with your children, your family, which you never had because of your busy schedule. So sometimes these the universe sends small breaks for us to take a pause and be the calm. Thank
And
you,
let's keep
Tanvir.
sending, yes, and let's keep sending love and blessings to the entire world, to all the places, everyone involved and affected and not affected, everyone. The more we keep doing that, and just love and blessings to everyone.
Absolutely. Love and blessings to you as well, Tanvir.
Thank you.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. See you
See you
all.
again. Yeah. Take care. Be safe. Bye.
Goodbye for now.